What's up, Bulldog Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Poland Bulldogs. Thursday night, come on down to the Combine Brothers. Cannot thank the crew here at the Combine Brothers every week for all they do for all of us at YSN, all they do for the great athletes at Poland High School. So come on down next Thursday night at 7:15 and a little Bulldog update. Hopefully, we have Miss Montero on air here next week. A little shout out to her before we get going. But how about a hand? Two senior soccer players on a very successful soccer season so far, joined by Ariel, Grischow, and Mary Brandt.
Nope.
Girls.
Leanne Williams.
Oh, I'm sorry. Leanne Williams. Mary Brandt, I looked wrong. Leanne Williams, I apologize. Girls, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, Ariel, let's go to you first. Know your family a little bit. Shout out to your dad. Shout out to Bedford Trails, one of my favorite places to play at. Play in a lot of outings at Bedford Trails. Ariel, talk about your family a little bit and what they mean to you.
They're like my biggest support system. Definitely my sister, my dad, and my mom. They're all pretty supportive in everything I do, and they always, lead me in the right direction.
Yeah, they do a great job of leading you in the right direction, no doubt. Shout out to them, no doubt. Here, Leanne, for you, talk about. I know your family very well. Have known them a long time. You couldn't have a better set of parents from my standpoint, but.
No.
And you have a lot of older brothers that have helped you where you're at. I cannot believe, Leanne, that you are a senior. That's boggles my mind. Talk about your family and what they mean to you.
They're at every game. I mean, no matter how the game goes, good or bad, they're there for me. And it just means a lot to know that, they support me, they love me, and I can always go to them for anything.
Well, you can definitely, both of you girls, do a great job on and off the field, academically, athletically. Do you know where they sit on game nights?
My dad doesn't sit. He paces next to whatever goal I'm standing at.
No, that's really hard to believe.
I know
that Ryan Williams doesn't sit. That is very hard. You shocked me with that. But you know where mom's at?
I usually hear her before I see her.
Okay, so that's my next question. Who's the more vocal parent, mom or dad, Leanne, in a soccer game?
During the game, my mom. After the game, my dad.
That's a fair answer.
Yeah.
So I go back to like I was with Daniel. If it's not a very good game, I'm going to guess you're probably going home with mom if you don't have a ride.
Yes.
Okay. It's a smart move. Coaches always coach.
Yes.
All right. How about for you? Do you know where your family's sitting at on game night?
Yeah, they sit in the front row, and I can definitely hear my grandma the most. She's just yelling. She's like, go, go. And I'm just like.
I love grandma. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to say. And you girls have great families. But when you just tell me that you could have a grandparent at a soccer game, there are not many people or athletes that get a chance to have grandparents at games. Unfortunately, things happen and people pass away at a younger age. That has to be – to hear grandma yell at a soccer game.
Yeah.
I mean, moms are moms, dads are dads, but grandma to yell – she better be there yelling Monday night then on senior night.
She will be.
Okay.
She will be.
Shout out to her for all she does. Leanne, I'll go to you. Senior night. Your dad's coached forever and has been a part as a head coach, as an assistant coach, as dad. I'm going to say this. I think this will probably be his most special senior night because it's his baby girl.
Yeah.
Talk about what that's going to feel like.
I mean, it's crazy that it's senior year. It doesn't even feel real. I've played soccer with the 3 seniors that I'm with my entire life, U8 travel soccer. And then even before that, we played together. So it's crazy that we're graduating with each other finally.
Ariel, how about for you? Senior night, that'll be tough?
Yeah, I mean, Ava Blinsky, she got hurt. But we've all been playing since we were really young. And so it's just it's weird that it's all coming to an end so fast. We have a month left with each other.
So you said Ava's hurt?
Not that Ava, but yeah, she's on our team.
She's on your team. So again, shout out to her because unfortunately in athletics injuries happen and we do the best. Our thoughts and prayers are with her, but she's a huge part of this group. So for you seniors, how much fun is it to play together?
I mean, like, so much fun. Like, it's more fun than actually playing the sport. Like, being on
Yeah.
the field with them is one of the funnest things that you could ever do.
Ariel?
Yeah, I agree with that. Just like knowing that you're playing together is really fun.
All right, so Ariel, what position do you play?
Well, right now it's kind of like everywhere. I play defense, holding mid, center mid, sometimes forward. But
All right, so what's the name of the position that scores the goal?
Striker.
yeah, striker.
All right, so you said mid, center, defense.
Yeah, kind of all around for right now because of the injuries.
Well, then you got to do what coach has you do.
Yeah.
And these girls are 10-0, looking for win number 11, a chance to win the league outright. Leanne, you're the goalie.
Yeah.
I asked you off air, why goalie? And you gave me the answer of.
I wasn't good in the field, so they put me in goal to see if I'd be better.
But here's my answer to that. Goalie, coach, is probably the hardest position to play. And you're a fantastic goalie. I look at your numbers. I look at your stats. You're the last line. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
is there pressure in that job?
Yes, a lot. But I'm blessed to have like an amazing defense. I don't see the ball very much, and when I do everything that I can. But I mean, yeah, it's
Well,
really
shout out
nerve-wracking.
to you girls and what you do. I said Bulldog Nation 10-5 regular season, that their non-league schedule. I want to ask you girls, Campfield is really good. They're one of the best teams. Has that non-league schedule helped you prepare for the NE8?
100%. I'm having those games to build the confidence of the people on our field. We have a lot of young girls playing, and so to put them in a game that is harder than anything they'll play in our league was incredibly helpful this season.
Same thing, schedule.
Yeah.
Ariel, I'll go to you. So you just told me that you have a lot of young girls playing. So for this senior group of girls, I ask role model questions all the time. That you're the role models for people, role models for these young girls that are playing. That has to be special for you girls to see young girls 10-0 in the league. To
Yeah.
be young and to have a chance to win the league outright, that has to be a goal that you girls as seniors love to be leaders.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's like doesn't feel like I don't feel like I'm like the highest class right now. Like I still feel like I'm like a sophomore or a junior. I don't feel like I'm just like the person that has to be like in charge and yelling at everybody because like we all get along so well, and I just can't be like not mean, but I can't have like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So you're more of a show me type player.
Yeah, I guess
Your
so.
energy,
Yeah.
your athleticism, obviously. And so who's the vocal one of this group that's the vocal leader?
Probably
The
me.
goalie.
Probably, yeah.
Probably me.
And that's another one that's hard to believe. Knowing mom and dad are pretty vocal people, we would relate to Leanne as being the vocal goalie. So what's the favorite part of goalie? Shutouts, obviously, right?
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
have quite a few, if I looked. Is this something you pursue when you graduate from Poland?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I've thought about it, but I haven't really come to a decision yet, and I'm getting to a point where I probably need to come to a decision.
Yeah, I think you have time, obviously. Soccer something you want to do after high school?
I think about it, but I think I just want to focus on what I'm majoring in.
Okay, so let's get to that. School. What does Ariel want to go to school? What she want to do?
I haven't picked where I want to go yet, but I want to go into dentistry.
That's a good one. And for my end, I could use a nice dentist 6 years down the road when, here, I'll say it, I'll be in my 60s. So probably be nice to have a real good, that's a great field. What made you pick dentistry? That's a tough field to go into. And I ask you that because obviously Poland does a great job preparing student athletes to graduate and go do what they do. Talk about how important the Poland education is going into maybe something like dentistry.
I think it's we have a really good education system, and our teachers, they're all really good teachers, and they all help keep us in line, and they do a really good job.
Leanne, how about for you?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
What would you like to do?
I haven't really thought too much into it, but I really like the idea of law, like something in law.
I know a pretty good law place. Throw a little shout out to the family, Beatrice, Marcota, and Cop. I can shout them out as that's my family. My son is actually going to law school here in the winter at Akron, so he will be hopefully joining that group here shortly. But your brothers play college sports. Your dad's coached. Your mom's been around. Your mom's supported more sporting events than most get to do. How is it having older brothers that play at a high level to help you out?
I think it more impacted me like really growing up as like an adolescent kid or whatever, because my brother like bullied me into the kid that I am now. Like I'm like tough, and it's because of how much my brother like bullied me growing up.
And I would say that that's probably what a big brother's supposed to do. If I asked my daughter Grace, she would probably describe Daniel as you just described your brother. But that's what big brothers do.
Yeah.
Your sister is older than you, correct?
Yeah.
How big of an influence has she been?
She's been my biggest role model because she's 2 years older than me. So I kind of just like I follow it, like what she does.
What's she doing now?
She goes to Edinburgh and she plays soccer.
Oh, well, you're playing soccer then.
No.
Yeah. Well, here, wait a second. If you go to Edinburgh, I'll throw a plug to Edinburgh. You can play soccer with your sister. No, but to see her do that, college sports, you see it.
Yeah.
It's I say it for what I get a chance to do. Anybody that thinks going to college and playing athletics is easy and they get taken care of and I get a chance to travel and watch that. Whatever sports you play in college, that becomes a full-time job.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So a shout out to your both of your families for what they do. You ready? We're going to play rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go Ariel. When I say Coach Huda, first word that pops in your mind.
Probably very relaxed.
He does look kind of mellow over
He
there.
is. Yeah.
All right.
Mellow.
So off of
Mellow.
that, like, does he yell? Is he a yeller?
No.
No.
Not at all.
We can't hear him on the field.
Yeah, we have to tell him to be loud for us to hear him.
Like he
Okay.
has to like give it to somebody else on the field
Yeah.
to tell the person across the field.
That's a good coach. All right.
Yeah.
So when I say coach, first word that pops in your mind.
Supportive.
It's a good one.
I think support is probably the biggest thing for people that coach, because I'll be the first to say for him, I just met him today, but when you lose, it's his fault. When you win, you girls played a great game.
Yeah.
And that's the society that we live in, that, when things are tough, it's the coach's fault. And when things aren't going well, but you girls, again, I look at this 10-5, 10-0, the chance to go 11-0, win a league championship Monday night, and hopefully another league game to go. Have you ever thought, before we go back to rapid fire, that you could be 12-0 in this league?
I mean, I knew we could do it. I thought this team had a lot of potential. We had talent. I knew we had a lot of young players coming up. I never really doubted that we would go 12-0 in the conference.
Mhm.
That's an awesome answer. So we're going to go back to rapid fire. Ariel, favorite place to play soccer? Your favorite place to go to and play a soccer game?
Like in high school?
Mm-hmm.
I like going to Ravenna on the blue field.
The blue
Good
turf.
answer.
Yeah, the blue
That's
turf.
a good answer.
It's
All right,
fun.
but so we're going to go off of this now because the football players had to go home and get some rest because they have a game tomorrow. So, but I'm going to remind them again that Monday night is
Mhm.
championship night at Poland, and it's senior night, and you girls are there for them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So they all promised me that they would be there Monday night to win. So we have to get that going. For you, talk to me about what it means to be a student in the student section during a football game.
It is so fun. I mean, like it's so loud. It's just something like completely different than anything you'll ever do in your life. Just,
This group of girls obviously has fun on a Friday
Mhm.
night.
yes, we're the loudest ones there.
Coach, we don't play too many games on Saturday, do we? Okay, yes, that's not a good day to play soccer is on a Saturday. What's the fun? And I say this, Poland student body for years has been one of the best. What's the funnest part of it?
I like yelling.
Yelling?
Yelling.
All right, so what are we yelling? Tomorrow's a pink out, which is a great thing for breast cancer. We talk about, we have a lot of schools in our YSN network that honor breast cancer. That's a great thing. How good is the playing surface at Poland? You play in a great facility.
Mhm.
Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, we're blessed to play in the facility that we play in. I mean, we go to some of these schools and it makes us feel so like honored. Like, I mean, especially for me, like I dive on the turf and like I can tell like it hurts when
Yeah.
it's like whatever. And so like our facility is amazing.
Yeah, you have to probably dive more than anybody.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's not why I would not be a goalie. Reason number one. Ariel, favorite food?
I like Chipotle.
Chipotle. All right,
Mhm.
so other than Combine Brothers, which is all our favorite foods for all they do for us, what are you getting at Chipotle? Bowl?
Yeah, a bowl.
I like the bowl.
Yeah, and I like just like brown rice, lettuce, chicken.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, very simple.
See, I'm simple too. It's
Yeah.
for me, it's chicken, brown rice, and lettuce, a little cheese on it. No guac, none of that stuff. Favorite food?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
You can never get to the Chick-fil-A, Coach Williams, by my condo. It's like it's lined up to. What do you get at Chick-fil-A?
I switch it up every time. I like their nuggets. I like their grilled nuggets. I like the sandwiches.
I think that's a high school faction that Chick-fil-A is the number one preference
Yes.
for high school students. Water or Gatorade on game night?
Water.
Water.
Keep water. Water's good for you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't do that Gatorade stuff. That'll get Coach yelling and screaming. And, all right, here we go. I invited her, so Miss Montero, hopefully you come next week. But
Mm-hmm.
that's like the fifth plug she's got on YSN. Leanne, favorite teacher, shout out, favorite class?
Miss Reinhardt, English.
English. I like it. Shout out for all she does, no doubt. Favorite teacher, favorite class?
Probably when I was like a freshman and sophomore, Rico, history.
Rico and history.
Yeah.
Is Rico still there?
Yeah.
All right, so shout out to Rico and history. Dad teaches, right?
Yeah.
We didn't shout out Dad's class, or
Thought it was only high school.
all right, but you had to go to school there at some point. And did you ever have Dad in class?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to this. Here we're hot and live on YSN. How
Okay.
was it to have Dad in class?
Thankfully I only had him for half the year because it was COVID, and so we had to go online. But I mean, it was fun.
Well, wait a second, but you had to go online and Dad's sitting at home with you, so that
Yeah.
had to be harder. Okay.
Yeah, it had
Well,
its-
shout out. Your dad's a good teacher, no doubt about that. What's your goal? Like, where do you girls want to see this team end up? And I ask that because, let's be honest, let's be real. At some point, it's going to be over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where that is, that's the fun part of doing what you do. I think, in talking to you girls, I think this team could win a league championship, which you're going to do Monday night. Win that league game Wednesday. A reminder to all our voters: vote for Poland to get a bye, because they got a good team. I have to say that because I'm here, and get another home game. But I have to say the goal is at least to get to the district championship. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
definitely.
So that's how many games? Probably what, three or four?
Yeah. 3 or 4.
And the tournament starts obviously the week after next week is the last regular
Saturday.
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
How fast did that go?
Way too
Yeah,
fast.
So how
too
many games do you
fast.
play a week? Two, one, two,
Two.
two games a week, and you practice
Yeah.
and you go to school.
Mhm.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
I
lot.
don't think high school student athletes get the credit that they should, because they got to put in a lot of time in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
How do you manage that? You go right home. I mean, after you're done doing what you have to do, is it homework right away, or do you relax and
I relax.
text on the
relax.
phone a
Yeah.
little bit
Yeah.
and make sure all my friends are good and then home?
Yeah.
Is it late homework?
Yes.
Oh,
for me.
very late. Yeah.
Why does everybody do late homework? Like,
Honestly,
I'm
just
in bed. Like, we're
yeah.
getting close to my bedtime like, pretty soon here, another hour. And my kids do homework at like 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
Is that the standard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when do you sleep?
After,
Yeah.
I guess.
School starts at what time at Poland?
7:25.
Yeah.
Wow. 7:25.
Yeah.
Coach Banfield, one of my guys. Love him. He set this up. He did a nice graphic for the girls soccer team and the boys today. Appreciate all the support here tonight. It's been fantastic. I know Susie and the crew loves having people here. It's my favorite place to come and do things. Coach Banfield's at a lot of events.
Mhm.
Is that exciting for you girls to have him when he gets to watch girls soccer and all the girls sports at Poland?
Yeah. I mean, it's exciting to have him anywhere.
Yeah.
You can hear him.
Yeah.
can hear 'em?
Yeah.
That's, because he's coached forever and he's in that mix. But fans here, how about a hand for Ariel and Leanne? Two, again, great. These 4 girls are fantastic, not only on the field, in the classroom, what they do, their families, the support they have. I wish the 2 of you, it's lightning outside. So then, let's end with that question. It can't be fun to play soccer in the cold or the rain.
No.
And you play in the rain, obviously, and less lightning. Is it pretty much like football?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the weather doesn't look real promising Monday night if I'm looking at things. It's supposed to be cold, like 50s.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
the cold.
not really liking this lightning. We could get
I
our
like the cold
power
better.
shut off here. But girls, I wish you the best of luck. Go win the league championship Monday night. And I appreciate the 4 of you girls coming on. Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.